Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up on the news, the president asking Congress to step in to block a freight rail workers' strike that is set to begin next week.
Plus, on this Giving Tuesday, how you can impact your community by giving to local organizations.
But first, some wintry weather affecting our area today. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We've seen light snow throughout much of the day.
Yeah, but it seems to be wrapping up. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins for the very latest. Rusty?
Yeah, it's cold, blustery. We had some freezing drizzle earlier in the day, and then just some light snow, kind of depended on where you were at as to what was happening. But now, for just about everybody, the snow and everything else is coming to an end. Cloud cover from central to eastern Nebraska, a few flurries lingering in southeastern Nebraska, but that's about it. Road conditions a little better than they were a couple hours ago. Just about everybody in the green. Partially covered roads are those in blue. That's mainly north central, northeastern into northwestern Nebraska. Some covered roads in the northwestern part of the state. It is going to eventually get better. Things are quieting down now. The Schoen's Roofing in Beatrice looking at mostly cloudy skies, and you can see a peak of sunshine every now and then if you look close enough. But it's chilly out there, 26 degrees in Beatrice, 24 in Nebraska City. Just about everybody in the 20s. There are some teens in portions of the Panhandle. The wind is out of the north and west at 5 to 15, maybe up to 20 miles per hour, gusting to around 25 to 35 miles per hour. So we do have a wind chill that is in the single digits for many spots like Chadron, Valentine, O'Neill, and Norfolk, all around 8 or 9 degrees. Omaha also at 8 degrees. The stormcast temperatures has us dropping into the single digits to the west, close to 0 for the western half of the state, but I think the eastern half of the state should remain in the teens, the lower, middle, and maybe the upper teens. So it is going to be a cold start to the day, but we are going to see a very quiet 7 to 10 day forecast, which we'll look at in a couple of minutes.
All right, thank you, Rusty. You mentioned some freezing drizzle and, of course, the snow and the wind. We all know driving can be tricky.
Yeah, there were a few crashes this morning, and law enforcement is reminding everyone to just be careful and cautious. Channel 8's Matthew Mittleiter has more.
Nebraska got a taste of winter weather on Tuesday, leading to a number of accidents across the state. Nebraska State Patrol shared these photos of several roads in central and western Nebraska covered in snow and ice. The York County Communications Center says they received calls all morning for vehicles sliding off of the interstate. There were also reports of crashes around Buffalo County, including a rollover and one jackknife semi-truck near Grand Island. I went out to Shoemaker's Truck Stop and Restaurant to speak with some of the truckers who braved the weather Tuesday morning and met one woman who said the snow and ice hit them as they drove into Lincoln.
We did see going east, a gentleman had been sideswiped by a semi. His whole windows were blown out. It was pretty bad from, I either assumed the wind or from the weather. Slow down, leave room, make sure you're paying attention to your surroundings.
Lincoln Transportation and Utilities says it had a handful of crews put de-icing materials on many of Lincoln's roads and bridges early Tuesday morning, and they brought out their new snow plows to help monitor streets in the city. The Lincoln Police Department says it's important to keep up with the weather and plan accordingly as we head into the winter months by giving yourself more time to get to your destination.
Be prepared to leave a little bit early. For the last 9 months out of the year, we've all been very accustomed to the roads being dry and clear. But once those weather patterns change and the road condition changes, the time it's going to take us there is going to increase.
LPD also says to be ready to drive more slowly in icy conditions, especially on bridges and side streets, and to give yourself more space to slow down when driving in traffic. They advise not leaving your car unattended while it's warming up, as many people have their cars stolen that way this time of year.
This is the time of year where we see a lot of people doing that. They like to go out, start their car, go back inside where it's warm, because they want a warm car to get into. Unfortunately, with that comes the added risk of not having your car there when you come back out. I would rather get in a cold car and drive to work than have no car.
Reporting in Lincoln, Matthew Mittleiter, Channel 8 News.
For more tips to prepare for winter weather or to apply to be a snowplow driver for the city of Lincoln, check out the links in this story on our website, klkntv.com. And as we prepare for winter, the city is also encouraging people to volunteer for the Snow Angel program.
It's volunteers who remove snow from sidewalks and driveways for those who cannot. The program can actually link volunteers with specific residents if you request that. To find out more, just visit the city's website and you can sign up there. Several power companies have been working to fix a number of outages across the state today due to the ice and wind.
Yeah, that's right. That included East Lincoln this morning, where close to 1,000 customers were without power. LES said, you can see right where that dot is, it was kind of in the area of 90th to 128th and A to Holdridge. But since then, things have greatly improved. And at last check, everyone here in Lincoln had their power back on. Norris Public Power also had quite a few outages, but they too have fixed most everything. Well, it's Giving Tuesday today. It has become a national movement to give back to nonprofits.
Channel 8's Veronica Barreto talked to different organizations on how this initiative helps support them in our communities, and she joins us now here in the studio with more. Veronica?
It's all about people coming together to support our communities. Two Lincoln organizations say it's thanks to the people that they can keep working with those in need. United Way has a program called Ride United. It's a partnership with DoorDash. It makes over 200 weekly deliveries of food or other basic needs to those in need. The program serves residents of Lincoln and Lancaster County with transportation and mobility issues. It started during the pandemic but has now expanded.
Right now, we're limited to buyer capacity of 12,200 deliveries, but these donations will help us go beyond that 12,200 and grow our capacity to deliver more products.
I also talked to Cedars, a nonprofit organization helping kids in foster care. They have around 1,200 kids in their system right now, which is a 39% increase from this same time last year. They welcome people to partner with them to give kids the best holidays.
So anybody in the Lincoln community that can partner with Cedars this holiday season to make this the most wonderful time of year for the kids, we would be so grateful, because seriously, we can't do it without you.
Cedars is accepting toys, gift cards, and also monetary donations. The nonprofits say it is all possible thanks to the community. You can find more on how to donate to Cedars or United Way at our website, klkntv.com.
You bet. All right. Thank you, Veronica. The Lincoln YMCAs are going the extra mile for Giving Tuesday.
Yeah, it's called 5K the Hard Way. It's an annual challenge for staff members to raise money for families in need. They do it by biking, swimming, being on a treadmill or elliptical for up to an hour. Director of the Koppel YMCA says she hopes to hit their goal this Giving Tuesday.
It's the third year here at Koppel we've been doing it, and the second year in a row that the other branches have also adopted this event. So our goal is to raise $5,000. So it's just a great way to benefit our Strong Kids campaign.
Donations end tonight at midnight, and you can help out either in person or online at lincolnymca.com. And the sporting goods store Shields right here in Lincoln is also getting in the giving spirit.
It's giving away a total of $30,000 to local nonprofits. Now, it begins December 1st, and right now you can nominate your favorite organization. Just visit the Lincoln Shields Facebook page for a link to vote. You have until tomorrow to nominate. All right, Team USA Soccer in action today.
The red, white, and blue battled Iran for a spot in the World Cup, and there was a big watch party in downtown Lincoln. Yeah, the crowd was rocking this afternoon as hundreds of soccer fans packed Rosie's Bar and Grill near the corner of 10th and P Streets. Team USA was playing against Iran in a must-win match to advance to the knockout stage. We caught up with a fan who said it was amazing to be with so many people again after COVID.
It's so electric. It feels so good. Playing off of, I don't even know the people I'm sitting next to, but we're high-fiving, we're family now. They're coming over for Thanksgiving next year.
I love it. Team USA won the match 1-0 and will play the Netherlands on Saturday. We'll have highlights and more on the match in sports tonight at 6 o'clock with Lauren. In national news, Congress is rushing to pass legislation that would block a walkout by more than 100,000 union rail workers next week. The strike, which would be December 9th, could temporarily sideline as many as 765,000 workers within 2 weeks.
Even just a week-long strike could wreak havoc on the sluggish supply chains during the busy holiday shopping season and could cost the economy billions of dollars a week. Mike Valerio breaks it all down.
We are prepared. If Congress does not act in time or act at all, we are prepared to strike.
President Joe Biden asking Congress to step in to block a freight rail workers strike that's set to begin next week.
Striking is the last option for us. We would much rather reach agreement with the railroads at the table.
More than 100,000 union workers could walk off the job during arguably the busiest time of year, a move that would bring 30% of the nation's freight movements to a halt. Not what consumers want to hear when they're already paying more for everyday goods. One of the sticking point for workers, getting paid sick time from the rail companies.
This became a glaring issue during the pandemic when we had members who were forced by their employer or the railroads to stay home in quarantine without pay. But really it comes down to simple things like the flu for a day or two, or a sick child and the ability to take a day or two paid.
Employers have countered that workers receive a, quote, significant amount of paid vacation and personal days. A strike previously was averted in September when a tentative labor deal was reached. 4 of the 12 unions rejected the deal. While those rejected contracts would have given workers their largest pay increase in 50 years, union members said it didn't address the pay and scheduling issues.
It's the quality of life and how they're treated with dignity and respect while they're at work. All the issues that we have to deal with when we're keeping America moving 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, nonstop.
In Los Angeles, I'm Mike Valerio.
And coming up for the first time in nearly 40 years, Hawaii's Mauna Loa roaring back to life.
Yeah, streams of red lava gushing down the volcano. We'll have that story after the break.
Now to the world's largest active volcano erupting after nearly 40 years of silence.
The lava and steam spewing from the Mauna Loa volcano on Hawaii, not threatening any communities yet, but the Big Island was told to be ready. ABC's Morgan Norwood has more.
For the first time in nearly 40 years, Hawaii's Mauna Loa roaring back to life. Streams of red lava gushing down the volcano.
We're way overdue. We were way overdue for a Mauna Loa eruption.
These thermal videos showing the incredible moment of eruption. Overnight, officials spotting 2 new lava flows ripping downhill.
The lava flow has traveled down the slopes of Mauna Loa and crossed the Mauna Loa Observatory access road.
Even though lava is not a threat to communities downhill, shelters are opening as a precaution. Several flights onto the Big Island have been canceled, and environmental experts warn of low air quality and VOG, or smog-containing volcanic dust.
We've asked all of our residents to review the volcano preparedness plans, and it will definitely be weeks before it would be moving into any populated areas.
It is nuts.
Mauna Loa, the world's largest active volcano, covers half of the Big Island of Hawaii, home to nearly 200,000 people. It's a popular tourist spot, but in October, elevated seismic activity caused Volcanoes National Park to close the area near the summit for safety reasons. As the lava continues to flow, officials say time will tell them what should happen next.
We'll just watch it very, very carefully.
Initial eruptions are typically the heaviest, so scientists are predicting that lava flow will now likely ease. The governor stressing that Hawaii remains open for business. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
So radar estimated snowfall totals, they're starting to come in, and it's still kind of some flurries in some areas, so these will eventually become official later on. But anywhere from 1 to 3 inches in these 2 splotches right here, and then about maybe 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. I know in Lincoln there was just maybe a trace and some freezing drizzle, so parts of southeastern Nebraska saw a little bit of everything. It just didn't amount to much, but some folks saw some much needed precipitation. Hopefully we see more and more as we head through the winter months. Southeast Community College, a lot of gray skies out there, and maybe a lingering flurry or 2, but 25 right now at Southeast Community College. East Campus also at 25, the airport at 26 degrees. So things have cooled off quite a bit. Earlier this morning, temperatures were above freezing. That's why we had the freezing drizzle, and then they quickly dropped into the 20s, and that's why they switched over to flurries, which that's much better than freezing drizzle, that's for sure. 21 degrees in Columbus, 23 in Aurora, 23 in York, 24 degrees in Friend. There is a little bit of a wind out of the north and west, gusting towards 30 miles per hour. So the wind chill is anywhere from 5 to 10, maybe 15 miles per hour, or excuse me, degrees. 13 degrees in Lincoln, Columbus at 6. Aurora and York at 8 and 9 degrees. And we're not alone. Everybody, single digits, even close to 0 from western Cherry County through Sheridan towards Box Butte and Alliance. Some of those wind chills probably close to 0. So it's cold out there. Clearing skies will allow the temperature to just bottom out. Cloud cover from central and eastern Nebraska. A few lingering flurries, maybe down towards Gage County and extreme southeastern Nebraska, Johnson, Pawnee County. Maybe seeing a few flurries. Again, won't amount to much. Stormcast, very quiet, clear sky. This is by early tomorrow morning. Maybe a few clouds in southwestern Nebraska, but that's it. Lots of sunshine for the day on Wednesday. And that's going to allow us to cool off quite a bit by early tomorrow morning, and then we probably won't warm up much on Wednesday, but it will quickly change as we head through the second half of the week. So just clear skies in the forecast for the next 24 to 48 hours. Northwest wind at 10 to 20 will make these temperatures feel like closer to 0. I think we'll drop to around 10, maybe 15 degrees. We'll say 13, clearing that sky out. Just cold, blustery, northwest wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Highs tomorrow will be in the 30s. We'll say lower 30s in Columbus, middle, maybe possibly the upper 30s. If we, 36 in Beatrice, 34 degrees in Lincoln. Mostly sunny, blustery, northwest wind around 10 to 20 miles per hour. 7-day forecast, a lot going on here. Just a blustery, cold, winter kind of day on Wednesday, and then the first day of December, transition day, 50 degrees, a little above average, and then 62 on Friday, and then dropping way down to 36 on Saturday, and then bumping back up into the upper 40s on Sunday. So kind of a roller coaster ride going on as we head through the next several days. 50 on Thursday, 62 on Friday. What an interesting warm up that's going to be. And then as we head towards early next week, that's our next chance for a little precipitation. Could see a little rain if it's during the day, a little snow if it's at night. And that's it for precipitation potential over the next 10 days. Unfortunately, we need the moisture, so we'll see what we can do about that. But temperatures back into the 40s as we head through much of next week. But up and down we go with those temperatures, but we're going to start down. Kind of a chilly, blustery day tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much, Rusty. Now for a look at Wall Street today. It was a split day. The Dow only gaining about 3 points. NASDAQ is down 66. S&P also losing just 6 points. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Well, a fireworks store went up in flames and 2 migrants nearly lost at sea.
Jeremy Roth shares these dramatic videos and more in tonight's Take a Look at This.
A dangerously dazzling display as a Florida fireworks store goes up in flames. Brevard County Fire Rescue says an SUV slammed into the building Monday afternoon. The driver was pronounced dead at the scene.
I heard loud explosions, it was boom, 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 and it was smoke everywhere.
The fire chief says flames and fireworks were shooting from the store for more than an hour.
We couldn't get too close to the building. We had to stay back for the first little bit and try to knock that fire down. But yeah, the fireworks, they were pretty dangerous.
Take a look at this dramatic rescue at sea. U.S. Border Patrol says one of their agents saved 2 migrants from drowning off the coast of the Florida Keys. Dropping a rope into the rough waters, the migrants clinging on for dear life until a rescue boat could pull them to safety. Meanwhile, along the New England coast, more than 150 sea turtles, stunned by the winter cold, are undergoing treatment at a Boston aquarium. Many are also suffering from dehydration and pneumonia. The exposure to the cold temperatures makes the turtles weak and unable to swim. It could take up to a year before they're ready to go back into the ocean. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
And finally tonight, one man went a little overboard on his marriage proposal in Florida, and we mean that very literally. Scott Klein brought his girlfriend to the bow of a boat to recreate the famous Titanic embrace.
Well, of course, but in this case, what went flying was the engagement ring he pulled out of his pocket in a box. Watch it bounce off the deck there. Scott lunged after it into the Sarasota Bay on Florida's Gulf Coast and managed to get it back because the box was slow to sink. All while his girlfriend couldn't stop laughing. Well, as you can see, he climbed back aboard the boat, got down on bended knee and finished what he'd started. And though soaking wet, she said yes.
Oh my goodness.
And then he put a ring on her finger, and then they had that little kiss.
See, then you take a picture of her and she looks nice and dry in front of a beautiful sunset and you can't even tell.
You know what? They're gonna have that story to tell their grandkids, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's get a final check of the weather with Rusty. Anything like that ever happened to you, my friend?
I don't believe so, and I don't, no.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool, though.
My proposal was, nothing like that. So.
It'd be a little cold to be in the water this evening, with temperatures dropping way into the single digits in some spots, and then we don't warm up much tomorrow. A cold, blustery day, 34 degrees on Wednesday, but 50 on Thursday, and if you can believe it, the second day of December, 62 degrees.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you all for joining us.
World News is next. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
The spas are here. Truckloads of spas arriving weekly.
Hurry in today.
These spas are going fast. Spas are in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Supreme Spa and Pool.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News.